Come and sew with me. Let's get social. You know it ain't that hard to do. Let's get social.
Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to Let's Get Social. And I am excited because today we are going to be doing Butterick 6989, and I can't find my the pattern envelope. I don't know what I did with it. I did something with it. I cannot find it. So I was looking for it because I wanted to be able to show it to you so you can know exactly what we're doing. But this is basically, I think it's called a playsuit. It's called a playsuit. Yes, it's a vintage pattern that I thought was super cute. Especially, I'm gonna do it in a denim. It's not a stretch denim, but I'm gonna do it in a denim, and I think it's going to be looking really, really cute. And so I'm excited to be able to do that with everyone. I have done a little bit of prep because I'm going to be honest with you, I have been traveling every day for the last week, and we are not going to be on here long because your girl has been in different time zones and I am exhausted. So we are going to, I think with the prep work that I've done and we're going to talk through, I think we're going to be able to get it done like super quick. Hi, Nina. Welcome. Hi, Gaynell. Welcome. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome, ladies. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining on this Friday. So yeah, we are going to be sewing all kind of spring, summer patterns because what better time to get ready for the season change than before the season actually changes. And today is a perfect example of that because it is gloomy, it is gray, it is cold outside. And so what we're making today, we cannot wear today, but we'll be ready when the time is right. Okay, so let me try to show you what we're making with the where are we? Yeah, it's not going to be a great picture, but basically we are making this outfit right here, and we are making it in a denim, as I stated before. Because y'all know I have just been in love with denim. I'm making like everything I can make in denim. Everything I've made for the last month and a half, I took with me this past week, and I have literally worn all my stuff. So I'm very happy about that. That was like an awesome experience. Anytime you get to wear your stuff, it's great. All right, so let's dive in and let's get started. So this pattern actually has, I think it's like 5 or 6 different pieces. It has the skirt, it has the top, it has a jacket. So maybe it's 3 pieces. I thought it was more than that, but it's got a few different pieces. Let's see, the play suit, the over blouse, the skirt and collar. Yep, so it has 3 pieces, but they all kind of fit together to make different outfits. We are making one, which is the play suit. I am hoping that the play suit is not going to be super short. The shorts of it, it's one piece. I'm hoping that it's not going to be super short. I'm trying it on, so we're going to see. If it is, I will be adding maybe some different fabric at the bottom to give it a little bit of length, or maybe just some more denim at the bottom to give it a little bit of length. But first things first, you do have to put several pleats in the front and back of this, and I have done those ahead of time. So I'm just going to show you what I did. This is the front piece. So the front piece has 2 diamond pleats in the front. So this is the diamond pleat. It's shaped like a little diamond. One is here and one is next to it. And then it has a pleat on the bust, which is right here. And I have put those pleats in already. So here is my pleat, and I've pressed them out. Here's my pleat at the bust. And here is, I don't know if you can see it, but there are 2 pleats, one right here and one right here. Maybe you can see them a little bit. So I've done that on both of the front pieces. And then on the back, there is a diamond pleat, one on each side of the back. And then there is a pleat in the shoulder seam. So here's the one in the shoulder seam, a little small. I'm sorry, a dart in the shoulder seam. I'm saying pleat, dart, pleat, dart. And then here's my diamond pleat that is one in the middle. This pattern does go up to a size 24. I cut a size 16. I was a 14 in the waist and the hips, and a 18 in the, I'm sorry, a 14 in the bust and the hips, and a 18 in the waist. And so I cut a 16 with the thought that I will make my darts a little bit smaller, and so that'll give me the extra room on the in the waist area. And if I need to, I'll just take out one of the darts in the back, because there's two in the back. So yes, two in the front, so I could take out one of the ones in the front so that it still has the look to it, but it will give me the room that I need around the waist if I need to, or just make it smaller. And so here is where I have done the pleat at the shoulder. The dart at the shoulder, and then that diamond pleat. And I've pressed it so you can't really see it. It's pressed really well in there. So it's right in the middle. So those pleats are all done, and darts are done in the front and the back. So now that we've done that prep work, and it's pretty straightforward. I literally did it probably like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I put them all in right before I got on today. So they were pretty straightforward. The next thing, so that actually takes care of steps 1 and 2, which are putting those darts in. And then the next step is it tells you to take your front and back facing pieces. And so I did a little bit of prep work for that too. And so you're cutting, and I believe that I did this correctly. I think there's a mistake in the pattern, but we'll find out if not. There's a front facing that I believe they want you to cut on the fold. And so it tells you that this is the center fold front, but it doesn't have the typical markings that tell you it's a fold. But as I look at all of the pieces as they are kind of printed on the instructions, it looks like this is a cut on the fold piece. So you cut this, it tells you to cut 2 front facings, but I cut 1 on the fold. And so if I do need to end up cutting a second one, I'll do that quickly, but I don't see where I would use a second one. So I'm not thinking, I think that's just a mistake. I think it wants you to cut 1 on the fold as opposed to 2, so that it's going to go around the neck. And then you're cutting the back pieces, the back facing pieces, which are here. You're cutting 2 on the fold. You're cutting 2, not on the fold. And partly that's because you have a zipper in the back. And so if you look at how it's going to go basically like this around the arm. And let me see if I can hold this up so you can see it, but it'll go like this. And then this piece ends in the middle of the back where the zipper will come down. Hey, Sebs. So I believe I don't need to cut any more pieces. I think that is it. But what it tells you to do is after you've cut those pieces, you are going to connect them at the underarm piece. So this is your front facing piece that is like going around your neck. And then it ends right here under your arm, and you connect it with your back facing piece. So this is the back facing, this is the front. And I've connected them, you could see that, under the arm on each side. And then after you do that, it tells you to fold up 1/4, press and stitch. And so I have done that all the way around to give it a finish. So when you turn it to the inside, it's going to look like that, like a very finished look. This, as you know, is going to be connected. The raw edges are going to be connected. So we have done that. Those pieces, that is most of step 3. And then what it's telling us to do is stitch the facing to the play suit at the neck and arms holes. So, oh, wait a minute. Before we do that piece, we're like getting way ahead of ourselves. I've done too much prep here. So before we do any of that, we actually have to connect the front and the back facing pieces. That is actually step 2. They've said that this is a average pattern, and I think it's partly because it has a zipper, so there is a zipper in it. But honestly, I think I would say that it's I think a little bit easier than average, honestly. If the zipper is, I think the zipper is probably the only thing that's making it graded as an average in terms of difficulty level. But I think I would say it's on the easier side of average in that case. Okay, so first things first, we are going to, let's see, we're going to stitch the center front seam. And we're going to clip at the curve. So basically it's telling us to let me make sure these are the front. I think this, what I say, 2 darts in the front or 2 darts in the back. This is the back. So it's 1 dart in the back and 2 darts in the front. And by the way, both the front and the back pieces are cut as 2 pieces. They are not cut on the fold. I'm not really sure why. I feel like the front piece could have definitely been cut on the fold. So I'm not really sure why. But basically, we are taking these 2 front pieces and we are stitching them from here all the way to here, which will create our front of our jumpsuit. We're not doing this part, just from the top of the center front. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have the light on. I was like, why is it dark in here? Because it was light. It was very light in here. It's just getting dark. Hi, Jana. Welcome. So what are y'all working on? I just dived right in. I didn't even ask y'all. Are you sewing anything this weekend? Are you getting ready for the summer/spring? I just came back from a couple of places, but the last place I just got back from was Arizona. And when I tell you it was hot, I mean, I loved every bit of it. I was not complaining at all, but it was hot. I needed more time to acclimate because it was hot. It was 99, like 8 o'clock in the morning. It was hot. But I did not complain because I was like, I know what I'm going home to, and it's not 99 degrees. So I just enjoyed as much of it as I could. I like Arizona. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like it. If I had to go somewhere else, that might be the place. I have to check it out though. I don't know. Other than the weather, what I know about Arizona is the weather. I don't know anything else about Arizona. So I got to figure it out. But I do like it. I do like it. Okay, so we are doing also 5/8 of an inch is our seam allowance for this. So we are going to stitch this front together at 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. So I recently purchased some stuff from Wawak. I realized that I needed some more rotary cutters. Like all my stuff I haven't bought rotary cutters in so long. I needed some more seam rippers, some fresh, clean seam rippers. I needed some more needles for my sewing machine. I bought some more interfacing, some woven, and some, regular what I call multi-purpose interfacing. Kind of catch all when you don't have the right one, you use this one and it'll get you by interfacing. Prepping to sew a sequin skirt. Okay, that sounds awesome. Everybody loves a little sequin. You gotta make sure, I don't know how thick the sequin is, but you know, everybody talks about, you know, the needles breaking, so you gotta have extra needles on board. I've made one thing with sequin, and it was a very light sequin. The needle went right through it. So I had like little pieces of sequin everywhere. So I'm just making sure that all of my raw edges are lined up. As I'm sewing, I love a good vintage pattern. I don't know, something about a good vintage pattern, that a dress, or like in this case, this play suit. It feels like it's my style. This, not everything, but this. Okay. So we have now sewed the front together. I am worried about this neckline though. I mean, ooh, am I going to get choked? Am I going to be choked? Because look at that. It's like right there. It's like no room for it to go beyond my neck. So we're going to have to see about that. And I'm just going to press this out, open. A little nervous about this. Ooh, hot. Hot, 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 hot. All right, I'm just going to press out this last little bit with the crotch area so it can lay nice and flat. So I'm actually, there is a pattern that I'm going to make. I'm going to do a video on it. Something, back when I first started sewing, I did a really quick, fast video on these pants. They were wide leg pants. Very easy to sew pattern with the like wrapped skirt that went around it. I don't know if you all remember that, if you were around back then, but I have been getting so many comments on this. Like I did like a short video where I just like sped through the recording of it. And I've gotten so many people that have said, hey, can you do a regular video on this? Because I really like these pants. And the pants are really super cute. So I'm debating whether I think I'm just going to do a quick short video. Not quick. I'm going to do a regular video, but it will be quick on it. And then maybe we'll sew it, because they're also like really cute for like spring, summer. Part of me is thinking I need to take this neckline down. Is this a trust the process moment? Because it's going to fold down a little bit. And then is it going to like, but it's meant to be high around the neck. I mean, when I looked at the picture of the lady, it's like around her neck. I mean, but I don't want to be choked. We'll see. I might have to adjust that. We'll see. Okay, so front pieces are together. I feel good about where the busts are. The darts right there for the bust. I have a shirt on underneath, so I mean, it's got a little extra room, but it might be a little tight. We'll see. This is a size 16, by the way. So I might have to end up taking these darts out, but I should be okay overall. All right, so we have sewn the front pieces together, and now it is telling us to stitch the underarm seams, clip the seams at the waistline, and stitch the inner leg seam. So it's basically wanting us to stitch the front to the back. So this is the front piece right here that we've just done. And here is the back piece. Like I said, this is going to be put together by a zipper in the back. So I'm just matching up my sides. You have notches, you have 3 notches right here. So those should line up. I hope I don't regret not cutting an 18 for this. I'm getting nervous, especially because this fabric is not stretch fabric. Hey, Yvette from Philly. How are you? Welcome. All right, so we got this side pinned together. And I think I'm actually, well, no, I gotta, so this is the challenge. If I want to make it a little bit bigger, it is going to impact the facing. Like if I decide to use a smaller seam allowance to get a little bit of extra room in it, it's going to impact the facing because the facing goes all around the underarm. So if I would like do less at each part, it's going to make it more room. So I don't really have that option unless I recut the facing, but I can take out the darts. So that is going to be what if this is too tight, I'm going to end up letting out the darts because that is going to give me a couple of inches back if I need to end up doing that. So just as an FYI, if I do need to. But for right now, I've already cut the darts, made the darts a little bit less smaller than indicated just to account for the sizing in the waist because it's not that much off. But like I said, I was a 14 in the bust, 14 in the hips, size 14 pattern in the bust, size 14 in the hips, but then an 18 in the waist. So I cut a 16. But I'm feeling like I needed to cut an 18 and still make the modifications. But we'll see. Because I'm feeling like I'm really going to like this, and I'm going to be upset if I can't fit it. Okay, so we have pinned the sides. And after we pin the sides, we are also going to be sewing together the front crotch area. So I'm just going to, so it's been pinning the front and the back. Did I measure the pattern pieces? No, I didn't measure them per se. I didn't measure them. I just kind of took for granted that, I mean, I measured my body and then I went with the finished garment measurements and said, okay, if this is what it's saying, then this is, you know, this is what it should be. So that is kind of how I figured out, okay, I think I can get away with the 16, but I did not measure. But, you know, this is a vintage pattern, so, you know, that could be a little bit, they might just be cut smaller. And so even though it's giving you those finished garment measurements, may not be 100% right. Inner leg seam, okay. Okay, here we go. Do that all the way. I did. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, I'm just going to clip this for now. I mean, yeah, use these clips to hold this together. Oh, yes. Okay, here is what it's supposed to be. There we go. All right. So I am going to sew up the sides. I found that sometimes the envelope is off. Oh yeah. No, I think the envelope is probably off. I think you hit the nail on the head. The envelope is not right. But we're going to confirm that in shortly because we're going to if I can't fit this, if I can't get the zipper up, and the part that's going to make it even difficult is that I'm using an invisible zipper. So y'all know how that is. That's going to make it even hard. And it's in the back. So, it's going to be one of those things where either it's going to go up or it's not. All right, so we're sewing up the sides. And this, especially with the vintage patterns, I think those you have to worry about even more with like the sizing being a little bit off. Come on now. Let me get through this side. All right, here we go. Let's do this again. So one of the outfits that I wore while I was gone was my those denim jeans that I made maybe it's been about a month ago or so. Maybe I made them in January. I did. It was January. So I wore those, and then I wore the what was it? It was one of Nikki's patterns that had like it was like the fit part on the side. Oh yeah, here we go. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it was the tunic. I wore those two things together, so they were both denim. As you know, I did them in a stretch denim, and they just look so good together. Then what else did I wear? Oh, I wore my denim dress, my LaShawn, lovely LaShawn dress, the full denim one. I wore that, which was so nice. And it was perfect for the weather because it was really cold on the day that I wore it. And then what else did I wear? I think that was it. I think those were the pieces that I took with me. Clothing pattern sizing is subjected to what's going on in the fact. Yes. Hey, Aisha. Welcome. Happy Friday. No, I think you are so right. I mean, and this pattern that I'm sewing is not it's a vintage, but it's like an old vintage pattern. I think it is still in print. So, but it's been around for a minute. It's not. All right, so one side is sewn up, and now we're gonna do the other side. Aisha, what you got going on? Hi, Aisha, how are you? How have you been, miss? So I'm sewing up the other side now. Did folks ask you to make them? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did ask me to make them. I mean, people were so impressed because I have to say I did a really good job on all of those pieces. I mean, they just look so finished. And I think that's why people were like so amazed by it. But it made me feel good, like, okay. And they fit me so well. I mean, obviously, they fit me well because I made them to my body. But it just let me know, like, regular clothes that you don't get, like, tailored, they don't fit you the same, right? So you don't have that same kind of, like, fitted look to them. And I just felt really good about it. But yes, I said I don't sew for other people on rare occasions. I will help you sew and make stuff and walk you through the process. But yeah, I'm not a person that will sew for other people. Will not. I mean, you know, on occasion, it's got to be at my own free will. But it's a gift. If you know, I know many of y'all sew for other people. And it is a gift. It's a gift because I know my body. That's what I know. And I don't even always get that right. Y'all see, y'all know. So the thought of getting somebody else's body right is a gift. And I don't have it. I make my grandson's Halloween costume. All right, so I've sewn up both sides. And let me tell you, what we're going to do next. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to sew up the crotch seam. Okay, but before we do that, we are going to sew a little bit of the front. Can't sew the bottom together. Hold on one second. This is what happens when you have kids. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm going to sew up just a little bit, probably like this much, because I do have a very long, where's my zipper? I think I have an 18-inch zipper. I think either 18 or 24. But I'm just going to sew this up just enough so that we can do the crotch, and then I'll fill in the rest later after we put the zipper in. Ooh. All right, I just got to fix one little part. Maybe not. It doesn't look bad. Okay. All right. So now that I've done, again, this is the back. I've just done like a little bit of the back, which is allowing us to connect these crotch pieces. So I'm just going to press this out. And then everything should line up. Okay, let's see. Yes, it did, because my daughter was calling me, Aisha, and she knows I'm sewing. Well, she said she thought I wasn't because I just got back in town, so I was tired. But I said I'm sewing, so I don't know why she called me. She could have texted me, which is what she did after I didn't answer. Let's see. Much. Yes, right? That, like, if you are a seamstress, a sewist, it's a gift, because it's not only requires patience, it's just a whole level of skill to like be able to look at people, match that up with the measurements that you took, and get it right. I don't have it. I barely got it with me, with my own body. So I am right now, I have pressed this open on both sides, and now I am going to be sewing together this crotch. Just matching it up right now. Matching up the notches. And then we're going to just do like a straight stitch all the way across. And I'm doing this at 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And I'm just making sure also all my seams are laying flat. So that everything will be perfectly flat. There we we go. All right. Am I going to put the buttons on to attach the skirt? No, I wasn't, because I don't think I'm making the skirt, so I wasn't going to put them on. But I do like that I like it. So I guess the short answer is no, I was not going to put the buttons on, but I do actually like it. I like the way. So what Yvette had asked is, let me see, I'm mad that I can't find the pattern cover for this, but basically these are all meant to kind of fit together, and like, this is the best I can show you because I can't find the pattern cover, but what we're making is this piece right here, this jumpsuit, but it has where you can attach the skirt over top of it, so then you're wearing this top and then the skirt, or it has this like little jacket piece that you wear over this. So I'm just making this one, and so it does have these buttons, and you can't really see it on this picture, but no, you can't. But it's basically it's a circle skirt that you would make. I'm trying to see, does it have it? Yeah, you can kind of see it here a little bit. So at the bottom, there are these buttons, and you would put them on so you could put the skirt on with it. But because I wasn't making the skirt, I just really like this, and that's why I made it in this denim. But I don't know, if I do end up making the skirt at some point, I might put the buttons on, but I wasn't putting the buttons on because I feel like I was planning on wearing this just plain, and I just didn't feel like the buttons would look right with it. So anyway, but that's a good question. And I thought about it, and I immediately like, oh no, I'm not making a skirt. So I just kind of disregarded the buttons. But if you do make the skirt and plan to wear it together, I think it's a cute, or really cool design is probably the better way to describe it. I think it's a pretty cool design. All right. Okay. So we have now stitched up the front to the back. And just so that you can see, now you see you kind of have the shorts part of it, and then the back is open. What you see is the back is open, and that's where you're going to put the zipper at. And this is, I'm going to have to stitch this up a little bit more because my zipper is not this long. And I was thinking about using this brown because I am using a brown thread, even though you can't really see it. So this is 24. I'm almost certain it's 24. So it's going to give me the ability to be able to step into it. So, and it actually has a dart right here. So I'm probably going to stitch this right up to this dart so that my zipper goes right down to it. So I'm just going to stitch this a little bit more. And I'm doing 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. But you know what? I might end up if I like the way this fits, if it fits me well, I might end up making the skirt. Because I wonder, when I originally picked this pattern, I was thinking about doing it in Ankara, because I have another Ankara fabric. I was like, oh, this will be really cute in Ankara. And then I ordered this denim from Lynn. And I was like, oh, you know what? It was a little different than what I had expected. And so I was like, oh, this denim is going to be for what I wanted to use it for. And I was like, oh, this denim would be perfect for this outfit. So I ended up not doing the Ankara. But this might look good with either a denim skirt or a mix. think I'm good to go. I have it up enough. Yeah. Okay, so now we are going to be putting on the facing pieces to the top, which is interesting that it has us do that. Let me make sure we're doing that before we are putting in the zipper. Let's see. Yep, okay, so it has us doing the facing. So let me open this out. And here's my facing. And like I said, I already did a lot of the prep to it. I already put the front and the back facing pieces together. I've already folded it under and stitched all the way around. And so the next thing I'm going to be doing is lining up all the pieces. Oh, wrong way. Right side's facing, by the way. And I'm actually going to use pens just because there is no stretch to this fabric, and I want to make sure that as I'm penning it, it stays exactly where it's supposed to be. So any adjustment that I do will be the way it's supposed to be. What time is it? Oh yeah, we're making such good progress. And so this has notches all the way around this whole thing. So, and that's one of the reasons why. Okay, so this is a little bit off, just a little bit, but I'm gonna match it up to the seams and then figure it out from there. Okay, so see this little, where I didn't sew it all the way to the end. I don't know if you can see that, but I have to fix that. So I'm just going to sew this to the end. I hate when that happens. All right. So you should be matching up your seams, your notches, all of that. You almost don't really need the notches because there's so many, like it fits like by design, like because all of the curves and stuff fit. So in addition to that, you have notches in there that you don't really need because the pieces like line up perfectly. But I guess if for some reason, and it could happen to me, so I should knock on wood and not talk too much because, like I said, I already had one piece that wasn't quite lined up. It would be a nice looking piece if you did the skirt and jacket in Ankara and use the African themed buttons so it would look like jewelry around your waist. Oh, okay. Look at you, designer. That does sound good. I mean, the Ankara that I had in mind and the skirt, the circle skirt would look good in Ankara. I have to, you know what? I'm going to think about it because I do have a really nice Ankara that I think would look really good. definitely would look good in a circle skirt. I would probably have to do, because it would probably be too much to do the top and the bottom in it. I would have to probably think about another fabric or mix it with denim. Denim is always like a nice way to kind of bring the boldness and loudness of the Ankara down just a notch. It's a great complementary color. So I might have to think about that. I'm gonna see the way this fits. If this fits me really good, I might actually have to do it. Especially because this is an easy sew. It's not taking long at all to do it. So, and the circle skirt is not difficult either. Okay, so again, I'm just lining everything up. And like I said, this, you have notches, excuse me, you have seams, all of that really help you get it so everything lines up. But even if you didn't have your notches, you could just match up the outline. Your facing is going to fit perfectly with it. So I'm just double checking because there was one little area where, oh, right here, where I was making it. It was just off a little teeny tiny bit. But the notches actually line up, so I don't know. Sometimes even just being off a little bit on your seam allowance can create this little extra, because this is, like I said, it's off such a small amount. But nothing is going to make a difference in the end. All right, so I have gotten all of my, I guess, I don't know what, I guess I didn't put enough pins in this. I thought I had. I'm just pinning it so it's exactly where I want it to be. All right, I think. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Yvette. Like, I really love the dress. I mean, I made 3, as you know. But the last one I made, I feel like the denim is really heavy. So I wore it as a dress, but it's definitely like jacket worthy. The denim is very heavy. It's got some weight to it. Like, I'm probably, like, I could wear it today, but as soon as it gets like above 60, that's going to be the end. You're not going to be able to really wear it. All right, I feel like I have, all right, I think we're good. So I've gotten it all pinned. There we go. So now I'm going to stitch this all the way around, and then I'm going to turn it and press it. Yes, we're going to stitch it, and then we're going to turn it, and then we're going to press it. Oh, and then it's telling us we got to put together our shoulder seams. So that's going to be the next thing that we're going to do. But first things first, we are going to stitch facing to playsuit at the neck and armholes, centers and seams match, trim seams, clip curve at the at intervals. Okay, here we go. 5/8 of an inch seam allowance is what we are working with. I've definitely got to put my sewing machine in the shop one of these days before it breaks down on me. Ow, stuck myself. It's coming along. I'm very nervous about the fit around the neck area because I do not want to be choked. So we'll see. We're going to trust this process. All right, looks like we have made it a third of the way around our facing. All right, let me do one more stitch. All right, there we go. And again, I'm just making sure that all of my raw edges stay lined up, my seams stay lined up, so I don't end up with problems in the end. All right. Almost done. We are to the other side. There might be one part. Well, we'll see when we get to that. That's the other thing about vintage patterns. Y'all know I need my instructions, so we talked about that. Oops, let me back this up. Actually, but these, they don't have the best instructions. And I feel like at this shoulder seam, I think it wants us to do something different than it's saying on the pattern, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm doing the last little bit around the facing, and that will have the whole facing attached. And then I just got to go back and fix one part. Well, not fix it, but I want to reinforce a stitch at this one part. Because I am going to take this little piece out right here. I didn't do a turn and pivot on this one part. So I want to take this out so I can press it open. But all right, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to show you what we have so far. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did I not do this whole thing? I didn't. Oh, I didn't finish. Sorry. That was fast. Okay, so I did one half. I got to do the other half. I was like, wait a minute. Why are there still pins in here? Because I didn't finish. Okay, so I got halfway done. I still got to do the other half. So it's going smooth so far. I do think around where the shoulder seams are, I was probably not supposed to stitch those pieces together, but it's not going to be a huge deal. We'll be able to seam rip those little pieces out. But before I make that judgment, because it doesn't say keep them open, but I have a feeling that we were supposed to. So that we can, in fact, I know we're supposed to. So I'll show you what I mean when I get this all together. All right, we are now officially down to the last piece. Okay. So now we have the whole thing. And these are the shoulder pieces. And right now we have them all stitched, like they're stitched. But it doesn't say it in here. Yeah. So they don't say it, but they do want us to, or if they say it in a weird way. So basically, what they want us to do is this piece, you have this 4 times. They want you to kind of not sew this piece right together, because then what you're going to do is basically turn them inside out and line them up and then sew them on the inside and then flip it. It doesn't say that exactly, but what it does tell you to do is slip stitch the outside at the end, which is why I'm like, okay, well, you didn't tell me not to sew it together, but I guess for an advanced seamstress, they might know that. I'm medium advanced. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just open one of my new seam rippers that I got. Nothing fancy, just something sharp that should make this go quickly. And I'm going to just unpick this part at the top. Well, maybe it's easier to do it with the brown side. And then I'm going to have to reinforce the sides so that they don't come apart. So yeah, if you make this, and you might not have run into this, but if you're following the instructions precisely, it does not tell you to not sew these the shoulder seams together, to skip those, but you do need to skip them, because otherwise you are not going to be able to sew the shoulders together. All right. All right, so one down. So you want to keep that part open. Same thing right here. We're going to keep this open because, oops, almost put a hole in it, not paying attention. I'm going to show you how we're going to sew these shoulders together. And then we're going to put the zipper in. Well, no, we're going to press. Turn this to the right side and press. And then we'll put the zipper in. And then that is, I'll hem up the shorts, the bottom of the shorts after the live. But that will literally be the last part. And I'll show you where the buttons go. They go at the bottom of the pleats or darts that are in the front. So it looks like there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe they go in the back too, but it's just showing the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. All right, so we got most of this unpicked, a little teeny bit more. All right, so 2 down, 2 to go. This is the benefit of doing 2 different colors, because I have navy blue thread and then I have a brown or gold colored thread, and I can really see this gold very well. And it just makes it so much easier to be able to seam rip this. Oh, that was easy. That came apart. All right, so that is done. And now we got one more. Oh, here we go. Last one. And then I just need to reinforce the edges of each one of these before we sew them together. Yeah, that's the only downside about having a really sharp seam ripper, is that you want to make sure you don't go through your fabric, because it will cut the thread and the fabric. So when you're moving fast like this, it's so easy to make a mistake. All right, so here we go. So all 4 done. So all I'm going to do right now is just do a double stitch on each one of these 4 areas so that the thread does not end up coming loose. There we go. That's perfect. I like to test it, make sure it's not going to come loose. Because like I said, when I like it, I wear it. And that means it's getting washed more than usual. And that means you need to make sure your threads are holding up. Okay. Three down, one more to go. Okay, that one's done. That's done. That is done. Oh, am I done all of them? No, I missed this one. All right, now we have reinforced all of those where we took the stitches out. And then the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to, does it even show us how to do it? No, it does not. Okay. I think this is it. Let me just make sure that's right. It's been a minute since I've done these armholes like this. I gotta make sure I got it right. Simulating it. I think that's right. Then when I turn. Yes, okay. So you have, so let me show you. So this is the front, or one of these is the front and one of these is the back. You're gonna line your shoulder seams together. So these are my two shoulder seams. 1, 2, I'm lining them up. And then you're gonna take the non-facing pieces. So basically these two, the center pieces. So you have 4 pieces. One piece is the facing, the outer piece is the facing. This is the fabric, and then you have the fabric, and then you have the facing. You're going to take the 2 fabric pieces and you're going to sew them together. And then when you flip this right side out, oh, you got to make sure you do it the right way too, which is right sides together. Lord, I would have did it the wrong way. Hold on, let me show you. Let's start all over, doing it exactly the right way, because this could be a little bit confusing for me anyway. So I want to make sure I'm telling you the right way. All right. Okay, here we go. So here is your dress. You're looking at the back because this is where the zipper is going to go. It's inside out. Dress is inside out. And you have, let me just show it from the front so it looks more clear. This is the neck seam. This is the front of the dress. And you have your shoulder seams, which are these 2 pieces right here. You are gonna, these are kind of right sides facing, so it doesn't look like it because you have your facing pieces, but this is the right side, this is the right side. And you've already kind of sewn them together. I had it wrong because I started turning it inside out first before I did it. But they're right sides facing, and you're gonna put the shoulder seams together, and then you are gonna sew together the 2 center pieces, which are basically your fabric pieces. So this is your facing piece right here. Your fabric pieces are in the middle. So you're going to fold them and sew them across. And then you have your other facing piece. Then when you turn it to the right side, is that right? Hold on. No, that's not right. Do I have to turn it first? Sorry, I'm getting it wrong. Oh yeah, okay. Scratch all of that. We have to turn our facing. We gotta turn our facing, we gotta press and turn it first. Then we do the shoulders together. Does it tell us to do that? Turn facing inside press. Yes. Okay. So the next step, once we do these pieces, is we have to turn our facing and press it so that you have these. So it'll be like this. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're gonna turn it and press it. Then we're gonna start all over, and I'm gonna tell you how to do the arm pieces. So scratch all of that. But so the first thing I'm going to do is press and then turn. And that's going to take a few seconds to do. But we're still making really good time because this is literally, oh, we got to put the zipper in. But this is very close to the end. I mean, we're at the last couple of steps that we need to do. So I'm doing something that I learned to do, which is to open up the seams before you flip it. It makes it so much easier. And it seems counterintuitive, but I'm telling you, it works. So you're kind of pressing it on the wrong side first, then you turn it and press it on the right side. It just like, telling you, makes a difference. So that's what I'm doing now, pressing it on the wrong side and then I will turn it and press it on the right side. All right. So now that we have done that, I am literally going to turn the facing and then I'm going to press it again. So you spend a little bit more time with the iron, but it is worth it. I honestly feel like that's why my jeans that I wore and my tunic and my dress look so good, because I was pressing it out along the way. Look at that. It looks so good. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Press it and then turn it. And it could be a little tricky too, because these are all like curved. So it can be a little tricky. All right, when we finish this, we will have done one full side. So now I am going to turn this. And then I'm going to press it again. And like I said, it's going to just make it look so much better. And it makes it easier too to press it. I don't know why, but it does. So it's like my new thing I like to do. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. This is around that neck. Pray for me around this neck. I don't choke myself. No, I didn't do that piece. Okay. Did I do this? Nope. Okay, so I didn't do this other half. I gotta do this. Because I can already tell that I didn't do this piece because of how it wasn't laying. So again, I'm just pressing it out on the wrong side, then I'm going to turn it and it's going to make it just lay. So nice. We're down to this last little part. And I'm just pressing that seam. Nice and flat and open. All right. Now I'm going to flip it. Oh. I'm just going to press this. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just taking these all to the end so that way I don't have to. All right, there we go. That's done. All right, then I'm just going to press this again around this neck part. All right, look at that. This looks so good. I wish y'all see that. That looks so good. Same thing again. It can be a little bit tricky around these curves, around the armholes, around the neckline. But again, that pressing it on the inside first, it's a little extra work, but it's worth it in terms of making this all lay flat. So much faster, so much easier, and it's also so much flatter. Look at that. Around that curve. Wait till I do this other side. Again, just making sure these go to the end of the fabric. And pressing the inside of this, and then I can turn this whole part. There we go. Come on now, don't give me a hard time. All right, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. All right, let me just press this to the inside. And then we will be ready to put together the armholes. It's been a while since I've done these kind of slip armholes. I mean, put the sleeves together. Not the sleeves, the shoulders together. I'm mad they didn't tell us how to do it. They just said, oh yeah, by the way, after you put it all together, make sure you slip stitch it. Thank goodness they said that, because otherwise I would have been like, what am I doing? Okay. And I think they want us to understitch. I'm going to actually skip that. It's probably not a good idea that I'm skipping it, but I am. Because it's responding so well to being pressed. Is this an arm? Nope. This is a, I mean, yeah, this is an arm. So this is going to be right here. Neck, arm, bust. Oh, this is, oh yeah, this is the front. Okay. This is the back. So, okay, here we go. So we have our dress inside out. Now we're going to put together the sleeves. Move this out the way. So here's our dress. Wrong side facing out. Okay, here we go. Wrong side's facing out. You're looking at the back. The front is facing me. Again, this is the back where the zipper is going to go. These are the shoulders where my fingers are. We are then going to take these shoulders and we're going to stitch the two middle. And you can go as far as you actually can go, but it's a little opening. So you're not going to be able to go that far. But basically, you're going to stitch as much as you can these two middle pieces. As much as you can, you're going to stitch across these two middle pieces. Then you're going to flip them and they're going to be connected on this side like that. And then you do have to slip stitch the other side together. So we're going to do that as much as we can. Do that. I'm putting them together now. And you can even fold up the outsides because you just want to make sure that you are stitching these middle pieces only. Okay, middle pieces only. So I'm just going to show you, like, once you stitch them together, this is what it will look like. Now they're not fully together. I still have to finish it, but this is what it would look like. I got some extra pieces of string in there, but you get the point. It's still not together on this side, but once you turn it, and you could even probably, no, you can't. You're going to definitely have to slip stitch this. You could try to do some more, like kind of like turning it a little bit, but at some point you can't turn it anymore to sew these things together. So you do have to try to, like, you're going to have to slip stitch it. That's really what it boils down to. But make sure those seams line up. You should be able to get your seams to line up. I'm going to try to see if I can do a little teeny bit more, but I don't think I will. I think I did like a half an inch more. Hopefully I did not. Nope. Okay, I did good. I didn't sew it the whole thing together. And try to do a little bit more on this other side, but then that's going to be the end. And then I'll just slip stitch the rest. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do that. But I will be able to do enough so that I can try it on, which is good. Okay, so that is that. So it's not going to look perfect when I try it on with the shoulders because I'll have to slip stitch it. But the other thing that you can do too, another way is, let me see, I'm trying to think if, oh yeah, so here's another way, and this is actually probably a better way, is to take one side of it, put it into the other side, and turn it. Like this, and then you can stitch it across. It's not going to give you the same look because you're going to be stitching it across, so it's not going to be the same look. But this is actually, if you don't want to slip stitch it, this is what you do. Put one side inside the other. Make sure it's as flat as possible. The seams are lined up. I'm going to do it just to show you. And then if I like this one better, I'm going to take the other one out. But it doesn't have the same look. I just want you to know that. The other one, the first way I did it, to me, if you do it right, it looks better, I think. But if you don't do it right, then it looks worse. If you don't get those seams lined up and you don't slip stitch it good, fold it in there, it can look worse. So just, all right. So I got it, everything lined up. It's flat in there. The seams are lined up. Because you also don't want it to be all this bulk inside. So you want to make sure your seams are lined up perfectly. Where is, okay, here we go. just laying it flat. All right. Boom. Why is this feeling bulky? I'm not sure. All right, got that side in, not bulky. Got this side. And I think I got it. All right, so now I'm going to just do a stitch right across the top, and I think we're going to be okay. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to show you this one. This one is probably going to look better because it's going to look more finished. I have to press this out, but let me just show it to you. So that is what it looks like when you put one side inside the other. So that doesn't look too bad. And here's what the other side looks like. Again, it's not finished, but this is what it looks like. So the other one I think probably looks better, and it's easier to do for sure. It's definitely easier, especially because these they're very small. So it's makes it hard to kind of sew it with the sewing machine unless you plan to slip stitch the whole thing, which would be maybe a little bit easier, but I don't know whether it would look as professional. So I'm just going to take this one out and sew it the same way as I did the other one, which is put it inside, one inside the other, sew across. Although I do like this, but it's okay. This denim is kind of thick too, so I mean it's not as thick as the other one, but it's thick enough that it makes it a little bit harder, and it's got no stretch in it, so you got what you got. Got what you got. All right, there we go. So, yeah, once I press that out, it'll actually look really good. Okay. Woo-wee. Okay. So this, make sure I do the same thing. So I'm flipping this one, wrong side facing out, like this. And then this is the front side. Then I'm taking the back one and I'm putting it inside. And I'm lining up the seams. Make sure it's laying flat. And then I'm going to just stitch right across the top once I make sure this is laying flat, which I feel like it is. don't want it to have any extra bulk up there. So whatever you can do to make it lay flat, you will want to do. All right. I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. I feel like I got it as flat as it's going to be. All right, there we go. I think. And I'm doing it 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. All right. Now I'm going to turn it inside out, right side out. And then I'm going to press this flat. So this is how it looks before I press it. And actually, let me just turn it right side out. And then the only thing we have to do is put the zipper in before we can try it on. Hey, Shamir. Hey, Chris. Hey, D. Oh, I haven't looked at the screen in a minute. All these new people. Hey, Lala. Thank y'all for joining. Appreciate y'all. Okay. So this is what it looks like from the front before I press it. And then you can see. So this is not, that is the way I did it is not the way it's telling us to do it, but I feel like they don't actually tell you to do it at all. But you do have to either do it like the way I did it the first time, which is turn it right sides facing and then start stitching half of it, and then you got to slip stitch the rest, or turn one wrong side facing out and then put it inside the other, put the right side's facing, put it inside the one you turn wrong side facing out, and then stitch across the top, which to me is the easier, but the other one, if you do it right, in my opinion, looks better. But if you do it wrong, it won't look better. So it might be better to just do the easier one, the one I just did. And then press this other side. I'm still a little worried about this neck. I'll be choking, but we'll see. This looks good. It presses so well. Okay. So here is the sleeves, how they look. You can see them. Disregard all the wetness. All right, so now we have to do our zipper, and that is it. And then we are done. And then I just have to hem the bottom of the pants, which I'll do afterward. Off camera. And then that made really good point about doing this in Ankara. So we're gonna see how this looks. If I like the way it looks, we might have to do it in Ankara with the skirt. It would make a really good wine festival outfit. I'm a wine I don't drink, but I do go to wine festivals for the socialization, if you know what I mean. I like to go and socialize with all my friends. Yes. So I am going to just flip over the seam and press it, because that is what I am going to be attaching the zipper to. Shamir, you finished your jacket? I'm still debating if I'm going, because so June is like I'm traveling so much in June. So I want to go. It's just June is a really, and that around that time I'm literally like traveling the week before that and the week after, and I feel like I might be exhausted and not. If I make something, it's going to have to be like in May. I don't know. I'm debating. I do want to go though. I really do. I wish I would have had more time, because I could have like figured it out, but like ahead of time. But I'm probably going. I'm probably going because I do want to go. I really do want to go. I just have to figure out when am I going to have time to make something, because it won't be like that week before. You know, that whole thing. So I need something to drink, not that water. So yeah, I'm probably going to go. All right. Zipper. And yeah, I mean, I think I am going. What? Oh, here it is. I'm like, where is my? I've been doing so much sewing. I got stuff everywhere. Okay. So we're using zipper tape. So we're going to be starting our zipper tape at the top of, before you get to the facing, because the facing piece is what you're going to ultimately sew down, and then you're going to flip and turn. So you do not want your zipper to be at the top of the facing. It's going to be down here, right here. And so this piece is going to fold over, and then you're going to flip it and turn it. So that is what we're going to be doing. And like I said, I've already kind of pressed this down a little bit. just pressing it a little bit more. Make sure it's not too wide. I think that's good. Oh, you said DC Fractal. I mean, I didn't look at the New York Fractals. I thought they weren't, or they had. I didn't realize that New York was doing something this year. But I feel like $100 is what we paid in the past, and that's what I remember. Are they more than $100 now? Maybe that was the early bird pricing. But inflation. So stuff costs more. That's for sure. All right. So I'm putting my zipper tape on. Oh, I wanted to be a hot girl in mine. Okay, early bird is 100, regular is 125. Oh, you said if I want to add the skirt, at Auntie Carol. I'm thinking I might do the skirt. Shamir, if you're talking to me, but I want to see how this fits. If it's fitting the way I want it to fit, then we're gonna do an Ankara one and add the skirt because that had really good idea about getting creative with the buttons and all of that. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm not like the most creative, but if you give me your idea, I could definitely implement it for sure. And I'm thinking that was a great idea. Great suggestion. Okay. So zipper is going to be right side facing down. Again, the zipper pull is going to go to the top of the fabric just below the facing. So yeah, depending on how this fits, we might be doing it again. So let's see, because I feel like doing this in car will set it off. Set it off to the left. All right. Come on now. Did I get that on here? All right. So I used the zipper tape. I got the zipper down. And now I am going to unzip and I'm going to sew it down. Hey, Auntie Carol. Auntie Carol, I'm still trying to get my denim. I'm still trying. I need that denim. I need it. Okay, here we go. We're about to. All right. Stop playing. There we go. Why? All right, we are in the process of putting the zipper down. Come on, thread. All right, there we go. But before I do that, I gotta thread my needle. All right, there we go. I'm like, come on, giving me a hard time. I did. Nobody answered. I guess I must have waited too late. Nobody answered. So I found the email and I emailed with a picture of the denim and all that. I'm gonna try to call again. But when I did call that day, I called early, but I don't think it was because I think they opened at 10. And I think I called at like 10:15 or something like that. But nobody answered. I left a message too. But I'm assuming it's, I guess, prom time, I'm thinking. So they're probably like super busy. So I sent an email. But I really hope they have this denim. Come on. Because I need it. I need it. I need it. Oh, no wonder. Here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna be in Chicago in June. So worst case scenario, I'll get some when I come there in June. It's probably a good thing because at this rate, I'm gonna make everything in denim. At the rate I'm going, because that's all I ever want to sew with. All right, we are almost there. Okay, I got a call. I will definitely try to call again. Because I definitely want that denim. because it's just this texture is soft, it's stretchy, it's thin, it's the color is perfect. Like all the things you want in good denim, that denim had. I took it for granted. Okay, now let's see. Hopefully I didn't sew too close. See if we could get this to. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Look at that. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to sew it onto the other side. And again, I took it to here is the facing. So once I get this on, I'm going to sew this facing down like this, and then we're going to turn it. But before we get to that step, we got to sew the other side. I am talking about, what's the store? Auntie Carol, what's the name of the store? It's like, it's a fabric store. The fabric, if you went to Chicago Fractals, it was the fabric store we went to when we went fabric shopping in Chicago Fractals. I looked it up. It is no, that's not it. Like wholesale, what is it called? It is called Warehouse or something like that. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, let me see if it's in the email that I sent. The name of it. I'm not emailing that much. Oh, wrong account. Nope, wrong account. Maybe it's this one. Oh, yeah, it's called. Oh, no, her name is not on here. The company's not on here. Let me see if I can look it up. I'm going to tell you what it is in 1 minute. I think it's called. You said somebody called, LaShawn. What, Auntie Carol? What's the name of the textile discount outlet? Yes, thank you. That's it. That's it right there. I was like, what is it called? Wholesale something. Yeah. You said somebody called LaShawn. I look. Yes, that is what it's called. So yeah, I got all that denim that I've been sewing with forever and ever, amen. I got from there, and I ran out, and I didn't realize how good it was until I ran out. So I want some more. Can somebody give me some? I have pictures of it. I have everything. Like I want a lot of it because nobody else has it, and it's the best. If they still have it, because that was like 2 years ago. Yes, that is it. Thank you. I was so busy trying to find it. Too busy trying to find the dang on store. Name of the store. Okay, so if somebody can get me some, I would. And they all you have to do is go in there and buy it because they'll ship it to me. Oh, you'll go. Okay, all right. I'm gonna send you the picture. Auntie Carol, I think I sent it to you, but I'm gonna send it to you again. You go in there and get it for me. I will be so happy. That would make me so happy because I need that fabric. I have some things that I want to make, and I need it. And I'm telling you, I've tried to find it other places. I can't find it. I cannot find it. So, all right. So I'm about to put the other side on and the other zipper on. But first, I'm going to do what I love to do, which is put my zipper tape on first. Oh, y'all have made me so happy. Wait till I get this fabric. We got to get like 2 bolts or something. First of all, let's not get too excited. Let's hope they even have it because this was like 2 years ago. I mean, with the tariffs and everything else, they may not even have it. It may be, the price may be like unrealistic. I doubt that, but it might be. You never know. Okay, here we go. This is the last thing we're doing. We are putting the zipper on. And then who knows? Like, if this looks good enough, I might just have to add a skirt because that you just got me so excited about the prospects of what a skirt could look like with this. I wasn't excited about it at first, but now I'm like, it could be, it could actually look pretty good. Especially because I have a little bit of a feeling that the shorts are going to be super short. And y'all know back in those vintage days, y'all used to wear y'all stuff short. Or I wasn't born then, but I look at pictures of my mom. First of all, let me see. I don't have the thing, so I can't even tell you what year this was. But her stuff was short. They show those legs. They were showing the legs. Okay. All right now. Making sure that I'm going to be able to shut this. Here we go. I'm just adjusting the zipper a little bit because I put the zipper tape too close. And guess what? It went all the way to the other side. So I have to move it over. Not the zipper tape, but the zipper itself. Make sure I don't sew it down to the other side. Not a big deal. Okay. This zipper tape is sticky enough. If you let it sit on here long enough, you won't even need, I mean, you do need to sew it, but it's so sticky. You could, I've tried stuff on with it, put it like that. It can definitely hold some stuff down. Okay, I think I'm good to go. I think I got it down enough. All right, now let me sew this down. Just make sure it's straight enough. All right, just making sure it's all straight. It was a little crooked. My zipper tape, once I moved it. My zipper, not my zipper tape. All right, I think this is good. I'm here, but YouTube be playing. We're showing my comments. Oh, I wonder why. Hey, Anthony. I wonder why it's not. YouTube sometimes it's been acting a little janky lately. All right. I think I've gotten it all lined up the way I want it to be. And now we're going to sew this down. Yep. Okay. Open this tape up. Then we're going to be done. We're going to try this thing on. Hope we didn't make a choker. Let's hope. Let us hope. All right, almost done. Catch will be to make sure that it's not so close that it won't zip. But I feel good about it. Well, I did until that part. No. All right. Fingers crossed. Let's hope it zip-ins without issue. Let me just see. There's one little part where I feel like just, yeah, this part might not zip in. Let's see. Oh, shucks. Yep, it's zipping. Okay, I think we're good to go. Just cut this extra pieces off so it don't get stuck in the zipper when I go and put it on. Got to use my little fray stuff. Keep this from fraying. All right, and then the only other thing is to is and just do this other side. I should have probably waited till I tried it. I want to make sure I'm not choking myself first. But it's okay. All right. Okay, now I'm going to go try this on. Hopefully I'm not choking myself in the process. But let me show you. Let me unzipping this. Show you what we have made. Again, I cut this in a size 16. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. You can't really see it. Hold on, let me open it up. I see so many people here. I've seen it other places. Hey, Lady Angel Heart, welcome. So we are here like every Friday, or just about every Friday. So, and we started around 7, so you are welcome to come back anytime. Okay, so this is what we are looking at. I'm feeling good about it. If I don't have a choker around the neck, we might be okay. So let me go try this on, and then we're going to see. The only thing we did not do, just for the record, is we got to still hem the bottoms, which I'll do. And then we did not put the buttons on the bottom. At the bottom, there's like 5 buttons that go because this can be attached to a skirt. I didn't plan to wear it with the skirt, so that's why I didn't put the buttons on it. But if that has really convinced me that I probably should add the skirt to this. But first things first, let's try it on. I'll be right back. Ooh, I'm tearing up all my stuff. My sewing room, this is like the most junkiest. I usually have it all cleaned out before I start, but I'm in the process of sewing so many things. Okay, I'm loving it. Okay, so this is the fit. First of all, the neck is perfect. Neck fits perfectly. I can't see it in the back, but I have to still press it down and all that. But I'm okay with it. I feel like I can probably take it in a little bit. So the measurements are accurate. So what I will say is that I definitely will adjust this. If I would have done the 14, it probably would have took this extra out. So I am going to make this a little bit smaller down here. The waist is perfect. I don't have any problems. I feel like the bust is perfect, but it might be just a little bit up here. So I probably could have went with the 14 and just would have had to grade it a little bit because the waist is right, which is what I picked the 16 for. So yeah, I'm gonna make a couple of little adjustments, but I was worried about this neck being too tight and it's not. So maybe what I might do is like make this dart a little bit bigger, make this dart a little bit bigger, and make these pleats. Oh, because remember I told you I made these smaller because I was worried it wouldn't fit. But I might just do that. And then I think that if I would have probably graded it 14, 14, 16 here would have been fine. Perfectly fine. But I do like it. I like this fit in the middle. So yeah, I think once I make these darts the regular size, because I made them a little bit smaller all the way around, I think that's going to snatch this in, make this dart a little bit smaller. That's going to snatch that in, and I think we'll be fine. And then this, I'm just going to, because I do have like this little extra here, and I'm going to get rid of that. But otherwise, I think it looks good, and it's not too short. So I will totally wear this length of a short, like even once I fold it up a little bit, it'll be like right there. So once I get rid of the extra crotch part, it's going to be like right there. Forget about this part. I'm just trying to give you a feel for how it's going to look after I do the little bit that I'm going to do. And then once I do it, so it'll be, the shorts will be like right there, which I like. I think that's perfect with some little heels. Y'all know I like to wear my heels. So yeah, and then the skirt would have went right on top of this. So yeah, okay, I like it. I'm definitely, I would say the sizing is right because it is fitting exactly the way it's supposed to fit for the sizing that I did. I upsized for the top because I measured a 14, 14 in the hip, and a 16 in the waist. And I think if I would have done a 14 and let the pleats out or the darts a little bit loose, I think I would have had the right size all around. And the neck is the way it's supposed to be. I was worried that it was going to choke me a little bit. I think it's fine. It's not. It's just a little bit too big because I used a larger size. But it is really cute, right? It is really cute. So way two, the only thing is it does not have pockets because I was just trying to put my hands in the pocket. So let me do the adjustments to it and I'll take a picture so you all can see because once I do the adjustments, it's going to be right. So I feel like we should probably do it again with the Ankara and the skirt. I feel like we should do that. I feel like an Ankara circle skirt, because that's what the skirt is that goes to this. That if you decide to do it, it's a circle skirt. I think it would be super cute. So yeah, I know that you like convinced me because I was definitely not thinking about that skirt. I thought about it and I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. But after you kind of talked about it, you convinced me. So, and I think this has the right fit. I like the way it fits. So if I use the right size, it would give me the fit that I want for sure. And this is all fixable. Like the darts, I can definitely fix this. This is all doable. Isn't it? It is really cute. Thank you. It is really cute. And it's not difficult to make at all. I mean, we're 2.5 hours. Y'all know that's record breaking for me. Yeah, this is definitely it can be a quick sew. Like all of y'all, you will go through this in a second. It's super cute. And it's a great summer outfit. If you get your right, so trust the sizing. That's what I would say. You don't need to necessarily size up. Trust the process. So yeah, give me a little bit. I might do it tomorrow. I will make the adjustments. So y'all know my motivation is if it was hot tomorrow, I'll be doing this tonight. But because it's gonna be cold tomorrow, I'm not gonna be able to wear it tomorrow. I have no motivation to like sew it tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to sew it because I want y'all to be able to see how it actually is gonna look once, because it's intended to be fitted tight. Or have a fitted look, which is why it has all the pleats and stuff around and the darts at the top so that it has that more fitted look. So it has darts in the breast, which again, all of those darts are going to help me be able to get this to be fitted the way that it's supposed to be fitted. So yeah, I'm going to adjust those darts here, do the darts the exact right size here. That's going to take all of that out of here. And then we'll see, because this also has that facing. So we're going to see how much I have to actually, part of me is like, I should just sew it again. By the time I take it out and do all that, I could just sew it another one again. But then I'd be wasting my denim, and I don't want to do that. Y'all heard me complain about denim. But yeah, I think I can definitely make the adjustments. Let's see. I know, I'm such a plain person, but I gotta find the right buttons. So the buttons, yeah, you're right. They might set it off. Cause yeah, they might. I'm gonna see, because you're right. I like poo-pooed the buttons, but now I'm thinking I should do it. Thank you, Gaynell. Thank you, Auntie Carol, Lala. Thank you for motivating me. We're gonna do it again. We are gonna do it again. We're gonna do this again for sure. Hey Lynette says, so you remove the current darts and move the darts down. So yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to. So I have like all this extra room down here that I have to get rid of. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely going to take the darts out, and because I made them smaller than they are. So I think I'm going to take them out and make them the right size. I did it in the front and the back. And the darts are in the back, they go from right here. The darts are right here, all the way down to here. So all of that. So I think it'll take this little bit of extra out here. And then there are darts in the shoulders as well. I don't know how much of this little bit of extra that I'll be able to get rid of by doing the breast darts again, like making them just a little bit more, like taking that much out. So I'm going to try to take out the breast darts. Make them the right size. Okay, Dee, see you. Right, yes. You want it to be tight because it's meant to be tight. For sure, it's meant to be tight. So I'm gonna try to take out. I'm gonna just do some like basting stitches. I'm gonna do the darts like right here, make them a little bit bigger. I might end up taking, because this is a center seam here, so I might take the center seam and just take a little bit out there first. That might actually be the easiest, to take out the center seam and then just make it smaller there, because it is a center seam all the way down, which will make it a little bit easier. And then I don't know, I got to figure out the crotch part. Like that's going to be a little tricky for me, trying to see what I could do without taking the whole thing apart. Because I have probably like all of this. This is a lot of fabric, but this is where the crotch would need to come. The back is okay once I take that front part out, but it's all right here. So I'm going to figure it out, but I want it to fit tight too. And I think that if I take some out the middle, if I take this middle, take the facing out in the middle, and then just, take like an inch maybe, and then grade it to like be nothing right here. Because this is right. This is okay. Yeah, so I'm going to fix it. I feel like I could do it. Oh, you tell me how to fix it? Okay. So Auntie Carol going to give me the recipe to fix it. and then it's going to be straight without me probably having to make it over again. But whatever we do, that's what we're going to do for round 2, because yeah, definitely I feel like, because it's meant to fit tight. Okay, Auntie Carol, you going to help me. Yes. So Auntie Carol's going to help me fix this. So yeah, so when you see it again, I'm going to post it with me in it, with it fitted right. I encourage you to make it. It is super cute. I really like it a lot. The only thing, it doesn't have pockets, so you need to make a little crossbody something to go with it, or something around the waist to wear with it, or make your skirt, because the skirt, I believe, has pockets. The skirt, I believe, it does not have pockets, but you can make it. You can make the pockets. It doesn't have pockets, but you can make them. It's a circle skirt. You can make pockets. I will definitely take notes. All right. Well, Auntie Carol, I'm going to definitely hit you up. I'll text you. You let me know when to hit you up so you can tell me what to do. I will see you all next Friday. I don't know what we're making. April 3rd, I think it is. April 3rd, I think is when we're sewing again. And I think we're making this top right here. This is you can't really see it, but it's an off the shoulder top, no pattern. See you, Anthony. So yeah, I think that's what we're making next week. But look at this. This is like super cute. Wait till I get it all fitted right. This is so cute. I love it. Yeah. Okay, stay tuned for more. Stay tuned. All right, I will see you all later. Auntie Carol, I'm gonna text you so you can let me know when I should call you so we can do it. No rush, but whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you, Creativity. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Auntie Carol. Thank you, Gaynell. Thank you, Dee, Shamir, Lynette, Yvette. Thank y'all for joining, and I will see you all next week. Next Friday, we're gonna make this cute top, and then y'all get to see this too. Yeah, I'll show this to you by next Friday for sure. All right, bye everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.